All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrta Antya Lila, Chapter 2, Text 162. Varshantare Shivananda Sabha Bhakta Lana Kabure Milila Asi Andita Hana. At the end of the year, Shivananda Sena came to Jagannath Puri as usual, accompanied by the other devotees, and thus in great happiness met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 163. Haridāsa Kanhayari Sri Vasa Puchila Swakarma Pala Bukuman Prabhu Uttaradila. When Srivas Thakur inquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where is Junior Haridāsa, the Lord replied, a person is sure to achieve the results of his fruitive activities. 164. Abhe Srivasa Tara Vritanta Kahila Yarche Sankalpa Yarche Triveni Pravishila. Then Srivas Thakur related the details of Haridāsa's decision and his entering the waters at the confluence of the Ganges and Yamuna. 165. Suni Prabhu Hasi Kahe Suprasana Chitta Prakriti Darshana Kaile Ei Prayachitta. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard these details, he smiled in a pleased mood and said, if with sensual intentions one looks at women, this is the only process of atonement. 166. Rupadi militabe vichara karila viveni prabhave haridas prabhupada paila. And all the devotees headed by Swarup Damodar Goswami concluded that because Haridāsa had committed suicide at the confluence of the rivers Ganges and Yamuna, he must have ultimately attained shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur remarks that after one adopts the renounced order and accepts the dress of either a sannyasi or a babaji, if he entertains the idea of sense gratification, especially in relationship with a woman, the only atonement is to commit suicide at the confluence of the Ganges and Yamuna. Only by such atonement can his sinful life be purified. If such a person is thus punished, it is possible for him to attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without such punishment, however, the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very difficult to regain. 167. Ei mata lila kare sachira nandana Yahasuni Bhakta Ganera Yudhaya Karnamana. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, performs his pastimes which greatly satisfy the ears and minds of pure devotees who hear about them. 168. Apana karunya loke varagya sikshana swabhaktera gadha anuraga prakriti karana. This incident manifests the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his teaching that a sannyasi should remain in the renounced order, and the deep attachment to him felt by his faithful devotees. 169. Tirthera mahima nija bhakte atmasat ekalilaya karina prabhu karya panchasata. It also demonstrates the glories of holy places and shows how the Lord accepts his faithful devotee. Thus the Lord fulfilled 5 or 7 purposes by performing one pastime. 170. Adhura Chaitanya Lila Samudra Gambhira Lokena hi bhuje bhuje Yei Bhakta Dhira. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like nectar, and they are They are deep like the ocean. People in general cannot understand them, but a sober devotee can. 171. Vishvashakari asuna Chaitanya Charita Tarkana Kari Hatarke Habe Viparita. Please hear the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with faith and confidence. Do not argue, for arguments will produce contrary results. 172. Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pariyara Asa Chaitanya Charitamrta Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta, following in their footsteps. Purport. Summarizing this chapter, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that one should derive from it the following lessons. 1. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is an incarnation of mercy, he nevertheless gave up the company of one of his personal associates, namely Junior Haridāsa, for if he had not done so, pseudo-devotees would have taken advantage of Junior Haridasa's fault by using it as an excuse to live as devotees and at the same time have illicit sexual connections. Such activities would have demoralized the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as a result, devotees would surely have gone to a hellish life in the name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 2. By chastising Junior Haridāsa, the Lord set up the standard for acharyas, or the heads of instructions propagating the Chaitanya cult, and for all actual devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to maintain the highest standard. 3. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed that a pure devotee should be simple and free from sinful activities, for thus one can be his bona fide servant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught his followers how to observe the renounced order strictly. 4. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to prove that his devotees are exalted and that their character is ideal. He kindly accepts his faithful devotees and teaches them how much tribulation and disturbance can be produced by even a slight deviation from the strict principles of devotional life. 5. By chastising Junior Haridāsa, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his mercy toward him, thus showing how elevated was Junior Haridasa's devotion for him. Because of this transcendental relationship, the Lord corrected even a slight offense committed by his pure devotee. Therefore, one who wants to be a pure devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should give up all material sense gratification. Otherwise, the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very difficult to attain. 6. If one dies in such a celebrated holy place as Prayag, Mathura, or Vrindavan, one can be relieved of the reactions to sinful life and then attain the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 7. Although a pure or faithful devotee may fall down, he nevertheless ultimately gets the chance to go back home, back to Godhead, by the mercy of the Lord. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta Antya Lila 2nd chapter, describing the chastisement of Junior Haridāsa. Chapter 3. The Glories of Srila Haridāsa Thakur. A summary of the 3rd chapter is given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur as follows. A beautiful young Brahmana girl in Jagannath Puri had a very handsome son, who was coming every day to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This was not very much to the liking of Damodar Pandit, however, who therefore told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you display so much love for this boy, people will doubt your character. Hearing these words from Damodar Pandit, the Lord sent him to Navadvip to supervise the affairs of his mother, Sachidevi. He also especially requested Damodar Pandit to remind his mother that he was sometimes going to her home to accept the food she offered. Thus, following the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Damodar Pandit went to Navadvip, taking with him all kinds of prasadam from Lord Jagannath. On another occasion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once inquired from Haridāsa Thakur, who is known as Brahma Haridāsa, how the Yavanas, or persons bereft of Vedic culture, would be delivered in Kali Yuga. Haridāsa Thakur replied that the deliverance would be possible if they very loudly chanted the Hare Krishna mantra. For hearing the Hare Krishna mantra chanted loudly, even with but little realization, would help them. After describing this incident, the author of the Chaitanya Charitamrta also describes how Haridāsa Thakur was tested at Binapola, a village near Shantipur. A person named Ramachandra Khan, who was envious of Haridāsa Thakur, sent a professional prostitute to attempt to defame him, but by the mercy of Haridāsa Thakur, even the prostitute was delivered. Because of offending a pure Vaishnava, Ramachandra Khan was later cursed by Nityananda Prabhu and ruined. From Binapola, Haridāsa Thakur went to the village known as Chandapura, where he lived at the house of Balaramacharya. Thereafter, Haridāsa Thakur was received by two brothers known as Hiranya and Govardhan Madhumadara. But in the course of a discussion, he was offended by a caste brahmana known as Gopala Chakravarti. Because of this offense, Gopal Chakravarti was punished by being afflicted with leprosy. Haridāsa Thakur later left Chandrapura and went to the house of Advaita Acharya, where he was tested by Maya Devi, the personification of the external energy. She also received his favor by being blessed with the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Text 1. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Viskanvitamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors on the path of devotional service, unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as all his devotees headed by Srivas Thakur. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, and all the gopis headed by Lalita and Vishaka. Text 2. Jaya Jaya Gora Chandra, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 3. Purushotame Eka Udhya Brahmana Kumara Pitrasunya Mahasundara Mridu Yabhara. Jagannath Puri, there was a young boy who had been born of an Orishan Brahmana, but had later lost his father. The boy's features were very beautiful, and his behavior was extremely gentle. For texts 4 through 5. Prabhu Stane Nitya Aishe Kare Namaskara Prabhu Stane Bat Kahe Prabhu Prabhu Stane Bat Kahe Prabhu Pranatara Prabhu Te Tanhara Priti Prabhu Daya Kare Damodara Tara Priti Sahite Na Pare. The boy came daily to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he offered him respectful obeisances. He was free to talk with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because the Lord was his life and soul. But the boy's intimacy with the Lord and the Lord's mercy toward him were intolerable for Damodar Pandit. Text 6. Arabara Nishedha Kare Brahmana Kumare Prabhure Na Dekhile Se Rahite Na Pare. Damodar Pandit again and again forbade the son of Brahmana to visit the Lord, but the boy could not bear staying home and not seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 3.7 Nitya Aishe Prabhu Tare Kare Mahaprita Yanha Priti Tanha Aishe Bala Kera Rita. The boy came every day to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who treated him with great affection. It is the nature of any boy to go see a man who loves him. 8. Taha dekhi damodara dukha paya mane balite na pare balaka nishedha na mane. This was intolerable for Damodar Pandit. He became greatly unhappy, but there was nothing he could say, for the boy would ignore his restrictions. Text 9. Aradina sei balaka prabhustane aila Goshani tare pritikari varta puchila. One day when the boy came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord very affectionately inquired from him about all kinds of news. 10. Tatakshane se bhalaka uti abegela Sahite na pare damodara kahite lagila. After some time, when the boy stood up and left, the intolerant Damodar Pandit began to speak. 11. Anyopadeshe pandita kahe goshani ratani goshani ebe jani mu goshani. Damodar Pandit immediately said to the Lord, "Everyone says that you are a great teacher because of your instructions to others. But now we shall find out what kind of teacher you are." Purport. Damodar Pandit was a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes, however, a person in such a position becomes impudent, being influenced by the external energy and material considerations. Thus, a devotee mistakenly dares to criticize the activities of the spiritual master or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, despite the logic that Caesar's wife must be above suspicion. A devotee should not be disturbed by the activities of his spiritual master and should not try to criticize him. A devotee should be fixed in the conclusion that the spiritual master cannot be subject to criticism and should never be considered equal to a common man. Even if there appears to be some discrepancy according to an imperfect devotee's estimation, the devotee should be fixed in the conviction that even if his spiritual master goes to a liquor shop, he is not a drunkard. Rather, he must have some purpose in going there. It is said in a Bengali poem, Yadyapi Nityananda Surabhari Yaya Tatapi Yohaya Nityananda Raya. Even if I see that Lord Nityananda has entered a liquor shop, I shall not be diverted from my conclusion that Nityananda Roy is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 12. Eve Gosha Niraguna Yasa Eve Gosha Niraguna Yasa Sabha Loke Gaive Tabe Gosha Nira Pratista Purushotame Haiba. You are known as Goshani, teacher or acharya. But now talk about your attributes and reputation will spread throughout the city of Purushottama. How your position will be impaired. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Om Vishnu Pad Srila Bhakti Nimalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Hari.